What's up guys, today we're doing a 3D scanner test between the iPhone 17 Pro and its dedicated LiDAR scanner and 3D sensors at the front against a real 3D scanner, the Revopoint POP 4. With its cool accessories and neat hardware, we're going to check out what this thing can do and if the iPhone can keep up using its own hardware and dedicated software. So the POP 4 comes with lots of sensors, cameras and laser projectors, as well as a dedicated 3D depth processing chip. The iPhone 17 Pro comes with a packed camera module with its dedicated LiDAR scanner sitting in the bottom right hand corner. The front cutout also contains the Face ID sensors. So let's be honest, the first thing anybody does when they get a 3D scanner is scan their own face. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to make a 3D model of my own face that can be sent straight to a 3D printer or dropped into a video game as a playable character. So for the iPhone, I'm going to use EM3D, a free app that uses the iPhone's front 3D sensors and selfie camera. There is plenty of time to scan and the graphics look cool. The 3D scanner certainly has tracked my face, but the results are not as great as I would have hoped for in terms of the photographic layer. The overall shape is good. I've tried other apps in the past that completely misaligned my facial features, but this is done well to keep the head shape correct. Naturally, I couldn't scan the back of my own head, so it looks a bit JFK back there. For the Revopoint POP 4, we're going to connect to my PC so we can see what's happening on screen in real time. The software helps you in real time to keep the correct distance, as well as give you controls over the exposure and IR sensors. I'm going to scan my friend's face this time so I can have more control, and then we'll do the same with the iPhone. I'm going to select color scanning and use the full field HD mode with feature tracking. As I live scan, you can see how much detail is being picked up in terms of the structure of the face. It also shows a green layer to show which area is currently being scanned, and this will turn red if you poorly position the POP 4 so you can make adjustments. After the scan, you can view the final result, which is pretty good compared to the iPhone's 3D sensor, but we can actually improve this using Revopoint's new Gaussian Splat feature, which converts the data into a far more photorealistic image. You end up seeing much more detail, the facial hair, details around the eyes, the tone of skin, but what's more impressive and more important, of course, is the 3D data, which is incredible. The mesh is not only phenomenally detailed, but what really gets me is how accurately it's wrapped around the actual shape of the face. Every contour, every curve, the cheekbones, the nose, the smaller bags under the eyes, it's all there. This isn't just a detailed scan, it's a geometrically accurate one. And in the next scan with the POP 4, I'm going to scan a special object, and you'll be able to see the modeling go even further in terms of the photorealism and the mesh accuracy. But before that, I think the iPhone 17 Pro can fight back using its main cameras, LiDAR and special software. So this is Polycam. This is one of the most highly rated 3D modeling apps in the iPhone ecosystem. It uses the rear 48 megapixel camera to take up to 300 shots, whilst using the LiDAR scanner to capture and measure depth points in real time. The app is really easy to use and it takes pictures automatically as you move around the subject. After you're done, all the data is uploaded, where point cloud generation, mesh construction and texture mapping takes place, and this result looks incredible for just a phone. I'm really impressed by the photographic quality, from the details of the skin to the facial hair and the general tone of everything. Now, if we switch to the mesh version with the real 3D data underneath, naturally going back to the eyes, you can see there really isn't that much true depth mapping there compared to the POP 4. I also thought it would be fun to try a dedicated LiDAR only app. Now, there is for sure a reason that LiDAR on the iPhone isn't usually used alone for individual subjects, because LiDAR really likes to go exploring. It wants to suck everything around it into the scan, and it looks pretty cool while it's doing it. And the results? Well, it kind of worked. A little Elephant Man-esque, but the sentiment was there and I appreciate the effort. Now let's go full beast mode with the Revopoint POP 4. We're going to scan an object using its latest and most high-end features and software. So this is going to be cool. I have my gym shoe here, and we're going to use the POP 4's new hybrid HD mode, which combines speed scanning and detail into one mode. And for something even more cool, the POP 4 is capable of live tracking an object using AI. You can see it here. I've clicked on the shoe and it's highlighted the entire object. And even if I pick it up with my hand, it's recognizing my hand and fingers as foreign objects, even with movement. And even though it's only seen one side of the shoe, it's tracking the entire object all the way around. This is absolutely incredible and such a time saver for scanning. I love looking at the screen during the scanning process and seeing the scan being built in real time with all of those data points. I probably captured more frames than necessary, and I did make a slight error in accidentally selecting part of the table at one point with the AI tracking tool, but that is for sure my mistake. But if we turn on the Gaussian Splat effect, wow. Just wow. This is the most impressive photorealistic reconstruction I've ever done with a scanning device. The realism is almost perfect. You can even see the light slightly changing as you move around the shoe. I'm truly blown away at this level of detail and realism. You could almost reach out and touch it. And if we get to the data points underneath, it's even more impressive. The amount of sheer data in the mesh is awesome. And if we put that mesh over one of the photo layers, you can really start to see just how accurate the POP 4 is. My favorite part is at the bottom of the shoe. Look at how the mesh has depth mapped the ridges down there, like small little mounds on the side of a canyon. I have never spent so much time enjoying looking at one of my own shoes. Even if we zoom into the Nike logo here, you can see the ledge on the top of that logo has been measured really well. This could go straight into a video game or be 3D printed. It's absolutely brilliant. And the poor iPhone has to go up against this, but you know, it's done really well so far. So let's stick with Polycam again and scan this from every possible angle. Now, it doesn't have AI tracking, so unfortunately I can't do the bottom of the shoe. There is supposed to be an after processing mode where you can let the app know that you have turned the object over and it should be recognized, but it didn't work, so this is the final result. And even though I put the trainer up on a plinth, it obviously does not have AI tracking, so it has captured the rest of the surface and kind of blended things together. But let's just concentrate on the object for now, and I would say again that the photo quality is really good. I wouldn't say it's as impressive as the face scan we did earlier, but I think it's pretty great. Now, compared to the POP 4, I don't think it's close. I really think if you did a side-by-side comparison, it still is nowhere near the level of the POP 4. And again, the same goes with the data underneath, the mesh netting and the visual depth mapping. While it has done a good job in certain areas, especially around the back of the shoe, for the most part it hasn't really come close, but still pretty cool for something that's in your pocket. So there we have it, the iPhone 17 Pro versus the Revopoint POP 4, and honestly, what a battle. I want to be fair to the iPhone here, because the fact you can pull this out of your pocket, open up Polycam and come away with a genuinely impressive 3D scan is mind-blowing if you think about it. The photographic quality from Polycam in particular genuinely surprised me, and for most people in most situations, using an iPhone for measuring a room, quickly capturing an object, or sending something to a friend, the iPhone is absolutely good enough and it's already in our pocket. But when you put it side by side with the POP 4, the gap is real. The AI tracking, the Gaussian splitting, the mesh accuracy, especially on that Nike trainer, that's not something the iPhone can replicate right now. The POP 4 is a dedicated precision instrument and it performs like one. What really got me during this whole process was the Gaussian Splat results. I have never seen such photorealistic reconstructions at this level from a device at this price point. So if you're serious about 3D scanning, whether it be for printing, game development, content creation, or just as a hobby, then the POP 4 is the real deal. detail. Links are down in the description, and let me know in the comments which of these scans genuinely impressed you. And I'll see you all in the next one.